What is up, guys? Proper Truth here, and welcome back to the channel. So today what you guys are going to be getting is my Ignister deck profile. We just got new support from the set Lightning Overdrive, and honestly the support is really good. I'm happy that it was easy to get. The highest rarity for the support was actually Dark Infant at Ignister, which is super rare. Everything else was basically commons, so it's very easy to get all the new support for this deck. This card right here, Dark Infant, changes literally everything, helps the deck become more consistent. We no longer need to be playing Terraforming, at least in my opinion, because he actually searches it for you when he's summoned, and he actually helps with Dark Templar's effect. So really good card. It helps it become more consistent. So let's get straight to the profile, guys. I don't have a side deck with it as of right now. It's something I'm just testing. I want to test out online, and now I like how I was playing online, so I'm gonna actually give you guys the profile. So first up, you gotta play three Achichi. 3 Achichi is actually your Stratos of the deck. This actually lets you search for any Ignister right out the deck. Not only that, is that at the start of the damage step, when your Cyberse monster battles, you can actually banish this card out of your graveyard and destroy that monster that you have. It's actually it's basically a combo with it when you're if you have Phoenix on board. So, but nobody really uses that effect. They mainly use the Strato effect. Next up is actually 3 Pikaris. You have to play 3 Pikaris because this is also another Stratos of the deck, but it's for spells and traps. His other effect, it actually becomes useful because it lets you target an Ignister monster you control, and his level becomes 4. So that actually comes up more than a Chi-Chi's effect. So really good, but again, you'll use this for mainly the searching of the spells, the Ignister spells and traps. And then you gotta play at least 2 Doyons at Ignister. Doyon is actually really good because when he's normal special summon, you can actually target an Ignister monster in your graveyard. You just add it to your hand, and then if it's sent to the graveyard as a link material, you can actually target a spell or trap, Ignister spell and trap, and add that right back to your hand. But this is really good because let's say if you normal summon like one of Picari or Chi-Chi without using the effect of Island, it actually lets you can add it back to the hand and activate Island to special summon it, and you link it off to your Dark Infant Ignister. So some builds play 1. I like 2 so far. If I drop it at 1, it's because I'm trying to add something else in. And then you have to play your 2 Bururu. 2 Bururu. This is actually your Wind Tuner Cyberse effect monster. This is a foolish burial for your Ignisters, as well as if you use it for like a synchro summon, you can actually special summon one of the materials, the other material with it. So definitely 2. I play 2 just simply because if I rip one and I want to be able to search another one out the deck, it's not that hard. Then one of the new guys right here, which is Damari. Damari is actually, I think you only need to play 1. So basically what this card says, when an attack is declared on one of your Ignister monsters, you can special summon him from your hand, and if you do, you negate that attack. And then if you control like a Link 6 or higher, like a rival, this is a quick effect, you can banish it, and then you target one of your opponent's monsters and its effect is negated until the end of the turn. So this is really good because it's like an effect veiler if you have a rival on board, and it's also a negate attack in a way. So decent attack, 2300. It's not hard to summon, but I wouldn't recommend playing more than 1. Honestly, you don't even need to play because this deck has enough synergy as it is. But I decided to give it a shot. You know, it's a new card, new at Ignister. Why not give it a shot? And so far, so good. Then next up, 3 Parallel Seeds, guys. I don't know if I want to drop this down to 2. 3 Parallel Seeds. So far, it's been helping. The other day I actually drew 2 and I was like, thank God I have another one in the deck. But which is why it's making me like think if I really want to drop this down to 2 at least, just like I did with Code Talkers. But so far I'm just testing. This is just me testing it, and this is what I've been testing with for the past couple of days before giving you guys this deck profile, and it's really good so far, really good. Then off to the hand traps, you're playing triple Ash Blossoms. No explanation for this. You should be playing triple Ash Blossom in this format. I decided to go with 3 Skullmeisters. 3 Skullmeisters because I really, like, at least in my locals, you'll see a lot of graveyard effects, such as, like, you know, with the Invogues, Dogmatica, you know, when they used in the Deer and all this other stuff, Dragon Links. That's a lot of stuff that's in my locals. That's different meta that revolves around the graveyard. So, and it's not once per turn. So I wanted to give this a shot. And then triple Drolls. Triple Drolls, I'm playing in here. Just you can play like triple Veiler if you want, or if you want to play the triple Imperm and stuff like that, or even Ghost Ogre. I personally like Droll. Droll can stop a lot of decks, like, you know, with the prank and stuff going on and all this other stuff. But it's really, what I really like about this Ignisters deck is that you can play hand traps without ruining the consistency. Like playing hand traps, like in Code Talker for an example, like I've always said, if you play hand traps in it, it slows down the consistency. With Ignisters, it really doesn't. And with 3 different hand traps in here and an established board like an Arrival who's unaffected by everything with like 4 to 5, even 6,000 attacks sometimes, it's a hard thing to get through for your opponent. So, you know, I personally love the fact that at Ignisters you can play multiple different hand traps and it does not ruin the consistency of the combo. So, definitely, in my opinion, at least those 3 hand traps. I mean, definitely Ash, hands down. Now, off to the spells, guys. We are playing the new I Met You, and honestly, I was hoping this was at least an ultra. This card right here basically starts all the combos. This is that 1 card combo, and even if you don't have this in your hand, as long as you have like one of the Ignisters in your hand, mainly a Chi-Chi, you can still go off with the combos. But this just is an extender. So basically, what this does is that you reveal 1 Cyberse monster with 2,300 attack from your hand to your extra deck. So that means like you can actually, if you don't want to reveal the extra deck, you can actually just show them the Mari, and that will also count as well. So, and then once you do that, you can add an Ignister monster with the same attribute from your deck to your hand. And then like during the end phase that you activate this, you're gonna have to take 2,300 damage if you didn't special summon the reveal monster or a monster with the same name after you resolve this effect. And then like if you activate, you cannot activate monster effects for the rest of the turn after you resolve this card, except for Cyberse monsters. The whole deck is Cyberse, so that I didn't even want to read that because that doesn't matter. But it's really good. It's the another Rhoda out of the deck, along with, you know, the a Chi-Chi and a Picari. This is even if you take 2,300 points of damage, I mean, if you're less than that, don't even bother activating this unless you know you're gonna special summon the monster. So I like it so far. It's actually a really cool card. And then to me, this is like one of the heart and souls of the deck. You got to play your 3 Ignister Island. This is not once per turn. It's like Signet Codec with the different attributes, but Codec lets you search the different attributes. This one lets you special summon the different attributes. You have to play your 3. The fact that we don't even need to play a Terraforming, which pretty much was an Upstart Goblin in the deck because you just 1 for 1 in it. This guy makes it even much more better to search it out of the hand. And then of course your 3 Signet Minings. This is a Cyberse deck, guys. You should be playing this. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's your tuning, your rotor, whatever you want to call it. Then in my opinion, I'm playing triple droplets. Yeah, triple Forbidden Droplets. I was gonna put Imperm in it, but I always lose Dyro, guys. So I decided to put this inside instead. And like I mentioned before, like with the hand traps, same thing with this. All you need is really the I Met You or the any Ignister hand, mainly a Chi-Chi, to go off with your combos. Everything else you can actually be able to get rid out of your hand or your board, whatever you want, because of the fact that you're going to be able to search your whole deck regardless. You know, so it's not that bad. So far so good. This actually outs a lot of things, such as if I'm going up against Shaddoll Invoke or something, that's my out to Winda. Dragon Links definitely out force negating the I mean, negating the all the negations that they have and stuff like that. Even some rogue decks this gets through. So really good to play. At least if you don't have them and you have imprint, play the imprint. Then next up, I'm playing triple Idol Reborn. It's a monster reborn, guys. It's a monster reborn, and it actually recovers out the graveyard. The graveyard effect doesn't really it doesn't really pop up, but sometimes it can. So basically, when an attack is declared between two monsters, so like your opponent monster and one of your Ignisters, you could banish this card from your graveyard and one from your hand, and then you target a eye spell or trap card that's banished or in your graveyard, and you just add it back to your hand. That's all it is. So like, let's say if you really need your island back, or if you want the I Met You back into the hand, you can do all that stuff. You know, those are pretty much the only eye stuff that you're gonna be playing. So but mainly it's a quick play Monster Reborn, guys. And then like if you have this set with Templar and you activate this, bring back something from the graveyard, Templar's effect will trigger, and you can bring stuff back in defense mode to prevent yourself from getting OTK'd. And then the last two is Monster Reborn, and then Called by the Grave, because this is a combo deck. So you don't want to get Ash, you know, even though it doesn't really affect that much, or just for defensive purposes mainly. That's just pretty much what it is. So that's the main deck, guys. That's 40. I'm gonna go straight into the extra deck for you guys right now. All right, for the link ones, let me just show you guys these link ones first. A new Dark Infant Ignister. This, like I said before, this card makes this deck a lot more consistent and much better. All you really need is a link you just need a non-link Ignister monster to summon it. When it's link summoned, you can actually just add a Ignister island from your deck to your hand. And then when a Cyberse monster with 2300 attack activates his effect, this is a quick effect, you can actually move this card to the main monster zone to like a whole nother monster. So like if Dark Templar is like right here and you summon this, you can actually just move it over to your left, and then you move it to another main monster zone. That's all it really is. But that, and then you change the attribute. Most of the time you will actually change it to Divine, because you're gonna go straight into the Arrival if you have enough monsters on board. But this is how you actually get the whole 3 monsters under Templar's effect, and then you can synchro, and then you can exceed at the same time from there. And then you can either go into Firewall Dark Fluid or go into the Arrival with that. That's why you'll make this Divine, because you need, with the Arrival, he's a big requirement. Basically you need just 2 monsters with 3 plus monsters with different attributes. Sorry about that. So that's why you'll make him Divine, because you're gonna just change his attribute. And then the other link ones is basically the Link Spider, and then your Link Karibo. It's an Ignister deck. You should be playing Link Karibo. It's hilarious when you have Arrival and Link Karibo on board, or Arrival, Link Karibo, and a Firewall Dark Fluid. You're making sure none of that Dogmatica punishment stuff happens. So and this is just for like Nibiru plays, because you can still play around Nibiru with Link Spider. Like for an example, if they Nibiru, you have Parallel Exceed in your hand, you can Link Spider. Link the token to summon Link Spider, and then go into the Parallel Exceed play and just be able to continue your plays from there. Off to the link 2s. The only link 2s I'm playing is Splash Mage and Cyberse Wicked. I want to be able to put Update Jammer in here, but right now I don't know what to take out. So far these 2, you got to play this. It's a Monster Reborn, and this actually helps you search your Bururu and stuff like that. It's a free Rhoda. Can't go wrong with that. Plus you just want to be able to link monsters off the main monster zone, so you can be able to special summon with Ignister Island. For the link 3s, you're playing the 1 Dark Templar, really good card, the Transcode Talker, and Fire Phoenix Ignister. The main reason why you would play Phoenix again is because without a little bit of a cherry, but is because of the I Met You, because you're gonna show them the Phoenix, so you can be able to get the Achiri a Chi-Chi from your deck to your hand. So even if you don't summon it again, 2300 damage first turn is not that bad. Just make sure you can be able to control the board after that. You should be ending the board with either Arrival or Arrival and Firewall Dark Fluid, at least with that first turn. You should be able to. This deck can play first or second. It's great for OTKing. If you're going second, just gotta know how to do it properly and make sure you can play around the hand traps. So those are your Link 3 guys. Off to the Link 4s. You're going to be playing the only Link 4 right now, and that's actually Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker I shouldn't have to explain such a broken card. One of Playmaker's strongest cards, and the reason why he was able to beat Eye in the Shell. Really good card. All your links is pretty much different attributes, so this helps really good to clear the board. Then the only Link 5 is your Firewall Dark Fluid. Oh my god, this card is nuts. It's not hard. This is probably the only deck that it's not hard to summon it in, which is phenomenal. It's not hard to summon in regular Cyberse decks, not the Code Talkers, like a Playmaker deck, because you're gonna be playing. You could play all the summoning mechanics out of it. But in this deck, first turn, shenanigans with an Arrival, even worse. And then the only Link 6 is the Arrival Cyberse Ignister. This card is a god. This is the Link god, if you want to call it that. You know, he's unaffected literally by everything, and he has an effect to pop a monster on board, and you get a token as well. He gains 1,000 for every monster you use to link with it. So it's insane. I wish it was like the show, gains 1,000 for every marker for each link that was used for a material, which is nuts, something like that. Then the only Exceed, you're gonna be playing the Light Dragon Ignister. This is your back row, not your back row, your monster destruction for your opponent and protection for your monsters on board as well. And is again not hard to summon in here. Then the only synchros you'll be playing is the Pegasus and the Quantum Dragon. Pegasus is your back row killing. You know, make sure all that back row hate doesn't exist when you're summoning your big bosses. As well, that if it's in the graveyard and the monster's off the board, you can banish it, target a card on board, shuffle it back to the deck. Really good card. Quantum is basically just to clear the board for like, you know, if you can't get over something that can't be destroyed. Like for an example, if you force activate like let's say Dragoon, he already negated with Dragoon, you can actually bounce Dragoon right back to the extra deck. Really good card. That is technically an out to Dragoon, because they're gonna negate something before Quantum comes out. Because if they don't, then you're gonna be able to clear them with Access Code Talker or something like that. So trust me, this will be able. Dragoon with this deck is not hard to beat. It's really not hard to beat Dragoon. So there you guys have it. Yeah, that was actually my Ignister deck profile. I'm gonna do a better deck profile with it because I'm still later on in the future. I'm just testing it right now. I just wanted to. I like how I was testing this week online, and I'm definitely gonna be trying it this week at the locals. I will give you guys an update on that. Spoke to my my guy at the locals. Very soon, I'm gonna be recording duels again, guys. I know it's been a while since I posted duels, but everybody's starting to come back slowly but surely. So I already spoke about recording duels, so expect that as well, guys. But other than that, if you guys have any ideas with this deck, please let me know in the comment box below. If you're new to the channel, show some love by hitting that subscribe button and notification button as well. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you at the next video. Later.